I've just seen myself in the monitor. I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. I do apologise. It's great to have your company, by the way. Good afternoon to you. This is the craft store. And we have a whole variety of different shows for you. We've got a great show lined up from Stamp Addicts. Are you addicted to stamping? Do you like to stamp and then colour in with maybe your watercolours, your alcohol markers, maybe your penciling, maybe you're embossing? Oh my word, I bet you need some more, don't you? We've got an absolutely fantastic counter lined up for you and a fantastic guest, of course. It's Sarah. Hello, my dear.
Hi, Janice. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Yeah.
We are through the protective screen here in the studio. Hopefully one day soon we'll be able to get rid of all of this and we'll be able to see each other properly again. But it is good to have you here. What can we expect in the show today?
We've got some brand new stamps. The Scenic sailing and the hot air balloons. They're brilliant for creating your scenes and your big pictures, so you can build with these. And they work with the tiles and the Eclipse masking. And there were so many things we could do. Yes. And then we've got some cute, friendly critters.
Oh,
so they're just so adorable. We all need a little bit of fun right now. So.
Yeah, we do, we do. Now, let's talk about the stamps that we're getting. First of all, the set that we have for you right here. Now, the stamps are actually grey rubber and they are mounted as well. Why is that a good thing to have?
Well, we like the grey rubber because it's durable. And there are many things we can do with it because it's made of rubber, like stamping into the thick embossing powders and using permanent inks and things. They're so easy, they last for such a long time, they're difficult to damage.
Yes.
And we'd always recommend trimming them, trimming out all the designs, take off the plastic on the back first,
I just did that then.
which is just there for, transport. You take it off, throw it away, trim them out as close as you can.
Yes.
And if any time you find they're not sticking, just wipe them down with a damp cloth, leave them to dry, and they should be good again.
And that's on the mounted side just there. Now, if you want to take this to this, oh my word, that is absolutely amazing. I'm just going to bring this forward to show you because that's quite some sample, isn't it?
That is a beautiful landscape, and I think that's one of Brenda's. And she did put some notes on the back. She actually bleached the clouds as well.
Yeah, oh, like faux bleach.
I haven't used bleach in card making for quite a while because they changed. We used to bleach cards, but then they changed the way the card was made and things.
Yeah.
So, but no,
that is absolutely beautiful. That's also using the mountains and the boats that we've got coming up next. So, like you say, Sarah, to get these together, it's a great price, $11.99 for the balloons that we're looking at the moment. But if you go for the other stamps that we've got on the show, this is where you can start to build the scenes, and the scenes will be bespoke to you. We've also got on the show, and I'm going to show you a sample, this is why I'm mentioning it, the tiles. Now, these are lovely, aren't they?
Yeah, the inches and the twinches. So this one is the twinches, and I'm going to make something similar to this, and it's coated with the amazing Glaze thick embossing powder.
And that's also on the show as well.
That is, yeah.
They look like proper tiles.
Yes.
Like you would have on the wall. If you have a look at there you go. If I just show you that with that gloss on there, it really is amazing. And it's a wonderful way just to add detail to your card. Right, let me pick up another sample to show you because I've got a couple here because it's all about inspiration, isn't it? You know, if you're not too much of a huge colourist, Sarah, what you can do is stamp out the image because there's some really nice detail within the image to see it as it is.
Well, you'll see the pink balloons on there. They've been stamped probably with like a pink oxide.
Yes.
And then just use a water brush or a wet paint brush and just tease a little bit of the colour around.
Yeah.
That's it.
So it's very easy, isn't it? But really effective. With your balloons, you can colour them, bright colours. I'm sure you may have seen pictures online of the balloon festivals with all the balloons floating.
Yes, it's amazing. Yeah, and I've been, if you're somewhere like in Zurich, for example, you're sitting on one side of the lake and there's a balloon festival on the other side of the lake and they just come across the water.
How wonderful.
It's amazing.
It truly is. There's something about seeing a balloon in the air, isn't it? It's quite peaceful and
it's quite peaceful being up there as well.
I've never been.
I have.
I would be too scared. Have you?
No, it's brilliant. It really is, yeah. And we went over the Hertfordshire, Bedfordshire countryside.
Wow.
And it was amazing. I loved it.
Wow. Wow. Well, whatever floats your boat, as it were, remember, these are balloons. We do have some boats coming up. Just wanted to show you this as well, because if you turn the balloons upside down, use your imagination, use your inspiration, and change those balloons in this instant. Well, this is a perfume bottle.
Yeah, that's it,
an
perfume
atomizer. That is brilliant. Or it could be, our producer just said, a princess ball gown. If you then just draw the head and the arms. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Very good. $11.99. You get 4 of the balloons on the stamp. Remember, that is grey rubber. It's mounted. It's excellent quality and great value for money. 750880 is your item number. Now, let's talk about the additional parts to the cards you've just seen, with the boats, with the lake, with the scenery that's been built up. Another wonderful set of stamps. Again, I'll show you the stamps. Grey rubber. All you have to do is cut them out and then you're good to go. So you've got the 2 sailboats there, and then you've got the mountains, the lake and the trees. But the beauty of this, Sarah, is that you don't have to use them all together. You can divide them up and just use, let's say, the boats on their own.
Definitely, yes. No, we would divide them up. Again, trim them as close as you can, and then you can just go wild. Yep, that's it. You can have a yacht race.
I love that. These are going to be great for, again, I don't like to use the terminology male and female, but I guess until somebody comes up with a different terminology or phrase, that's what we're going to use for the moment. So like, you know, cards for your dad.
Anti-floral.
Yeah, anti-floral, I like that. Anyone that's into sports,
that's it, definitely,
let's go with that.
An outdoorsy person.
I like that even better. Outdoorsy cards, yeah, that could be a brand, outdoorsy cards. Happy birthday there, so that's a lovely card with the 2 boats racing with those mountains in the background. It looks so realistic with the shading that you've got there.
Yeah, it's a reflection of the trees in the water.
Oh,
so,
lovely.
and then obviously the mountains, or they could be, you know, just kind of rocky hills. It could be anywhere.
Yeah.
It could be on the edge of the sea. It could be like in Canada. You don't know where it is.
Oh,
anywhere you
lovely.
fancy.
Canada. Now that looks typically British, doesn't it? Yeah.
See, they could even be toy boats, couldn't they?
Yeah. Do you know what? What a great idea! What a great idea! That's a lovely card. That is £11.49. So for your 2 sailboats and your mountains and your trees and your lake right there. Excellent value for money. Now we did mention some critters, and although Sarah was probably talking about me. Let's introduce you to the critters we've got in the range now. Who drew these?
This is a friend of ours, Adam, and he loves these quirky kind of characters. It's just, he has a style and it's just adorable.
It really is. Just to show you the stamps so you can see them. Again, they're on grey rubber. You've got all of that detail that's going to bring these characters to life with your colouring in. So the grey rubber that you've got here, you've got that lovely, well, they're deeply edged, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, we do etch them as deep as we can so that you're going to get a clean image, and as I say, you can use them for other things. If you're stamping in, I mean, some people stamp onto cakes and into other things.
Are these food safe? Can you do that?
Yes.
Oh, wow, what a great idea. Stamping it under.
So then you need the depth depending on what you're stamping into. Some people stamp into clay.
Yeah, now stamping into clay would be brilliant with these. Absolutely. If you're going to stamp these into clay, do get another set if you're actually going to craft with them.
And they're very clean lines as well, so they're easy to cut out and layer and mask.
But they're so super fun. And the great thing is, you've got all these different characters for lots of different cards, lots of different ideas that you can use. But you can also bring them together like the piece of artwork on the front, and you can have like a whole collection, a whole village, a whole city of critters.
The turtle actually comes with the words. You're not old, you're a classic, or you're vintage.
Yes.
There's a couple of different words in there.
There you go.
Not that we say looks like an old person, but
well, you know, we all age. We can't get away from it.
Sometimes that's how I feel when I get up off the sofa.
That's exactly how I feel at the moment all the time. How about an electric guitar playing rabbit? Yeah, now that's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's a bat.
I thought, do you know what? As soon as I said rabbit, as soon as I said rabbit, I looked and I thought, that's not a rabbit, they're wings. It's a flying fox.
It's called the bat out of hell.
Oh, I I love that. I love that. Bat out of hell, not a bunny rabbit at all. But you know what? Joking aside, if you were to stamp that and maybe cover up the wings, it could be a Halloween style bunny.
Yes,
it could.
It definitely could. Yeah, put some Easter eggs in his arms.
Yeah. Have you seen those pictures of the evil Easter bunnies online?
Stealing the Easter eggs.
Children, if you're watching, there are no such things as evil Easter bunnies. Not on my watch anyway. Now that's lovely. Look at that piece of cheese in the shape of a love heart. And then you've got the, so is it a mouse or a rat?
It's a mouse.
It's a mouse. It's a mouse. What's the difference between a rat and a mouse?
No idea.
I think it's the ear size and tail length. I don't know why I'm looking at floor manager Kirsty for this information, like she knows everything. She probably does. She probably does. Oh, but that's sweet, isn't it? Look, little bow in the hair. You're a mischievous mouse.
Oh, yes, it's definitely naughty.
Very naughty, but so adorable. So you can divide these characters up. Do you know what I do as well? I've got a couple more to show you, sorry. What I do with these, I'd make a child's colouring book. I think that would be lovely because you've got all the different characters.
Well, you stamp cards for them to colour to give to their friends.
Yes, yeah, great idea with a couple of pencils maybe in the packet.
Yeah,
that would be a good idea. And you could also use these with fabric, so you've got your fabric prints as well, which would be really nice, which would be lovely. One more to show you, then we'll move on. Teddy Bear's Picnic. Look at that. That's great. I love that. You can even name them after people that you know, like characters.
Irene, most of the super-sized cards are by Irene, our design team member.
Yes.
She's made one of the bears hairy, fluffy.
Oh.
The other end, that one. You can see how different he looks.
He does.
Just by putting some pen lines on there.
Oh, it looks quite butch, doesn't it? He could turn the lady's eye, that one. If you need your tyre changing, which one would you go for? That one. 0429, very sexist, sorry. I changed my own tyres. Right, let's move on. Brilliant price for those, $13.98, 042493. Right, let's come down a bit and let's talk about a backing stamp, or it could be a feature stamp.
Yes. Yeah, this is one of our favourite backgrounds from the Judikins collection, the Paisley background. And it's just so versatile. You look at it and you think, oh, it looks really solid. But as soon as you start stamping it in different colours or embossing powders, it just comes to life and it looks so different. The card standing on the table, I think I did some in white and some in, was it some in white and some in black?
Yeah, let me
I went with a monochrome
I'll pick
to
that
keep
one up
it
for
simple.
You. There you go. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? And
also white on black and white on pink. That's what I did.
Yeah, I like that. Just capturing part of the pattern makes it look totally different. Now, because this is grey rubber, can we use this to, you know, when we put embossing powder down, can we press this into the embossing powder?
Yes.
You can. So
ink it first, though.
Ink it first.
It's always best to ink your stamp because then it will release, even if you just use a clear ink.
Good idea and good advice. Some beautiful samples here of how you can colour this in and use it for a really interesting background, which means you don't have to buy. Can't speak. You don't have to buy. Oh, I went on southern then. You don't have to buy backing paper. You've got it yourself. You can make it.
Definitely.
Lots of different techniques to do that as well, and lots of different colours that you can use. Some lovely samples here from the team. £14.99, 393902 is your item number. Now let's talk about your. Let me get this right, Sarah. Your Twinchies
and inchies.
And your inches. Your Twinchies and your inches. What's a Twinchie? What's an inchie?
Inchies are a 1 inch square.
Yes.
Twinchie is a 2 inch square.
There you go. Right, these give you that tiled effect that we were talking about, but you do need to use some kind of glossy accents on there, or go for the glaze that we've got on the show. It works perfectly. $11.99. You get 2 of the inchy sheets and 2 of the Twinchie sheets, and you get 240 pop-out card squares. So these two together?
No, you've got the inches and Twinchies are one set, and then just 4 sheets of Twinchies is the other set.
Great. So if you want a combination, the larger ones and the smaller ones, this is your item number, 569495, £11.99. And again, you get that great tiled look if you're going for the gloss glaze that we've got on the show. Absolutely adore that. I think that is just brilliant. And do you know what? You could even make your own checkers out of this to play a game on a checkers board.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. Love that effect. Can you believe that's card with some gloss on? Brilliant. £11.99. That gets you 240. So that's a great price. And then you've got your set of your Twinchies where you've got all 4 of the same size. And there's 96 pop-out elements in this. £11.99. It's card, so it depends what you put on it to the effect that you get with it. £11.99, 577279 is your item number. Now we've got some Eclipse tape for you. Why do we want this? 10 metres of this. We've got quite a lot.
Yes, quite a lot. It's a masking tape. So it's a delicately sticky adhesive on paper. So what we do is we stamp onto it, like with the balloons.
Yes.
We cut out the image.
Yes.
And cut off the edge of the image.
Yep.
And then place it over. Once you've stamped your balloon, you place the mask over the top. And then you can stamp over it and around it. When you remove the mask, it's at the forefront. I will show you.
Perfect. Excellent. So it gives you a chance to build up your scenes and build up that depth. That's a great price. You've got 10 metres on that. It's going to last you a long time. £19.99. Even if you're buying this and maybe share it with a friend, you could do it that way. 888209. And then we have your glaze, your amazing glaze. Why do we love amazing glaze?
It's an extra thick embossing powder.
Yes.
And it's just, I mean, you get 2 jars because once you start, you're just going to want to keep using it. Well, that's one of the ways we use it, is we create our image and then we coat it with clear ink and do 2 or 3 layers of the glaze to give it that tiled finish.
Love that.
Another way that you will find in some of our other shows is we create layers of the amazing glaze on the blank cards.
Yes.
Then we put in a layer of coloured embossing powder.
Yes.
Ink our stamp into it.
Ah.
So if you use like a gold ink on your stamp, you leave a gold impression of your stamp, like that background, the paisley background in gold, embossed into, say, a red embossing powder.
Ooh. Sounds complicated, but I think I know what you mean.
On your YouTube channel, the Craft Store YouTube channel, one of my videos on there, I did that technique.
Excellent, excellent. You can have a look at that on our YouTube channel. £15.98 gets you 2 pots. Excellent value for money. 891309 is your item number. Now, we've got a few additional things to show you. Wavy Words. Here you go with your Wavy Words. Love these. Something a little bit different, isn't it? £14.99. 865518 is your item number. You've got your essentials available to you. Normally very, very busy for these with your essentials. So it's £14.99 and your essentials have got your clouds in there, you've got your sun and you've got some sentiments in there as well. And that's on your grey rubber, and I believe, are they the masks as well that you get?
No masks.
No masks. No. So they all stamps?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. I was just, one's the packaging one's the
one,
stamp.
Yeah. See, the bottom image there is one we use as grass or snow.
Yeah, I like that.
It's called, I mean, we call that set on its own dottiness because Vicky drew it and all the images are just made up of dots.
Like that. So just to be clear, one side is your packaging, just the artwork to show you, and the other side is the grey rubber. I don't want you to think you're getting 2 sets there. It is one set. Still great value for money, isn't it?
It is.
You're getting 2 stamps, £14.99. 351187 is your item number. We've got some alphabets for you. And you've got 45 stamps in total, £18.99. It says exactly what it is. You get everything from A to Z. And then you get some numbers and you get some ampersands. What do you call those? They're not ordinals, not ampersands.
Oh, gosh. No, I can never remember.
Well, you get the question mark, the exclamation mark, to get all of that, including a little cute star as well. 126625 is your item number, £18.99. And you've got your Kuritake Brushables. Oh, these are brilliant. £74.90, saving just under £15, and you get 24 pence in total. Is that available on Flexi? No. Yes, there you go, £37.45. There you go. So it is available on FlexiBuy, which gives you an opportunity to buy it over 2 months. Right, let's head to Sarah. She's got far better hair than me. What we're going to have a look at.
I was supposed to be going to the hairdressers today, but this came up, so I had to change it to tomorrow.
Oh, bless you. I'll get your appointment when I go home today.
No, so I've been desperately stripping out all the colours I've been putting in for the last 3 months, all the temporary colours. So
Bless you.
I'm a strange colour today, and 3 years ago my hair was as short as yours.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah?
Yeah, you
so
have grown it.
I desperately need a haircut too.
What are we going to have a look at?
So I'm starting with the Twinchies, and so this is a full sheet. So I was going to show you how I work with these. Now I want to use 4 tiles, and I'm cutting through the border because I want to keep the border on there while I pop them in my platform. Okay, then I just trim through this bit here. So we don't need the rest of the sheet right now. This is going to tuck in here.
Perfect.
This border here helps for when you're positioning stamps, because, you know, quite often you want the stamp to go off of the edge, but if the tile went right up, you'd have a gap down the edge. You would. So I'm going to use the magnets to just hold them in place, and I'm going to grab my little sailing boats, my yachts, and position them around.
And this is a good thing
There we
about
go.
using a stamping platform, isn't it?
Yes.
To be able to position them and get it right. And if you don't get it right the first time, you can always re-stamp.
Yes, with the scenery that I'm going to go over the top, because the trees are solid, I often find I need to stamp them twice to get the depth of colour.
Yes.
And make sure that it's all there. So I think one of my boats is kind of going up in the air, but it's flying boat.
Flying boat.
Different angle. It's, you know, riding a wave. That's what it's doing.
Now, no, talking seriously for a moment, are you going to put any sea or background on there?
Yes, but before I do that, I need to put my masks on.
Ah, so instead of painting, see, I would be inclined to paint the sea and the background before I put the boats on. Is that a right or wrong way of doing it, Sarah?
Well, if you were cutting out the boats and sticking them on the front,
yes.
That would be fine.
Yep.
But I'm not doing that because I'm going to glaze it.
Okay.
So I want the boats to be in the forefront.
Got you.
So whatever you want to be in the forefront has to be stamped first.
Excellent.
And masked. So pop that in there. And
this is the beauty of buying the masking sheet. We've got the Eclipse, and you get 10 metres of that. And it's 10 metres long, 15 centimetres wide, so that's going to last you a long time. And if you are a keen stamper, it really is a must-have. You've seen all the demonstrations that we've done where we're building up layers on the stamping, also the demonstration that we're doing now. This is what Sarah is using. 1149 604 163 is your item number. And I think that is absolutely... No, that's not your item number for that at all. Bottom of the screen, 888209 is your item number. Sorry about that. So there you go. So that is your Eclipse that Sarah's using for masking. So now we can see how you use it. So I've got the 2 boats masked, and I'm going to take the scene now, and I'm going to position that kind of around there. So now you can see why I needed the border. Yes, and why you've done the boats first and the masks. It all makes sense, you see. So, yeah, so the boats are in front of the mountains and not halfway behind the mountains. So I'm just using the VersaFine Clair in black because it gives a nice clean image, and then I can heat it. See, my trees are almost there, just a little, I think maybe a little bit extra. If anyone's just tuned in now, they'll be thinking, oh, she's made a right mess of that. We've got masking tape on there. You can't tell until we take it off. And that's what I love about using it. It's the reveal, isn't it? It is. So I'm not going to reveal just yet because we haven't finished masking. I'm going to give that a quick dry before I put... So I have a mask of the mountains now. Okay.
And I'm going to pop. So you can see that I use my masks several times. I only stop using them if they get damaged. But this one is still good.
Okay.
So I'm then going for Tumbled Glass and little sponge. So the tiles are quite a smooth finish, so you can easily ink and stamp and colour on the surfaces.
Can you use inks, alcohol markers, paints?
Yes.
All sorts of inks?
Yeah, anything. Yeah, after this I'm going to do a bit of watercolouring on it. So sponging a bit of colour and then watercolouring and then glazing. Obviously if you're using alcohol inks you want to use a different ink pad.
Yeah.
Okay, then we need some clouds in the sky. So same ink pad. So this is where the Essentials set comes in.
Okay.
With the cloud. So I'm just using the one.
Oh, they look good. Look at that. And this is all part of your Essentials. You get 6 images and 5 greetings for £14.99. It includes the fabulous cloud that Sarah's using now. You've got your sun in there as well. There's also well, it looks like a cloud of gnats, but it could be used as anything. It could be used as anything. Maybe if you're going for the critters, this would be brilliant because you could add those gnats or the bees, like a swarm of bees.
It's a group of clouds.
It's a group. No, the little one on the side. The one we've got all the little dotties on.
The cloudy moon?
Right. So, well, it could be some bees.
Yes, it can be anything you want, Janice.
It could be. It's a fantastic set to get. It's your Essentials, isn't it? It's your go-to stamps, £14.99, 351 187.
Okay, so now we can remove all the masks. And put them aside for next time.
There you go.
So now you can see the boats are in the front.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant, isn't it?
And it's just so simple. As I say, I mean, you can cut them out and layer them on top, but because we want to use the amazing glaze,
yeah,
we don't want to do any layering. Okay, so let's... What kind of blue have we got here? Bit of water. So this, just with my water brush, and these are just watercolour crayons. So wash it on. And it can take the water as well.
just like the boats.
Yeah. Now, if you decide you've got too much water or too much colour,
Yeah.
while it's wet, you can just dab it off. So I think, now, I also think this is water. Some people use it as green, but I like to make it more sea than land.
Oh, I see. I see, quite literally. But are the trees in the water there?
They're reflections.
Got you. Yes, yes,
So
yes. I see it now.
But they
so it's
can
like
be
an
either.
estuary going up and around.
They could be tall trees and that's on the land, or it could be the reflection.
I get, yes, it's like an optical illusion.
So that's some water. I want to move that. So you see it still moves. It's still wet. I can still move it around. Now if I do, this is a red, my sailboat. Now if I decided, oh, that's too strong a red, I don't want that much red, I can just dab it. And you see it comes off, it takes, so it sits on the top for a little while. You've got time.
I wonder if different coloured sails mean different things in the nautical world.
I know nothing
I
of
know
sailing.
nothing either.
I
but
know
I think
nothing.
it might do. But I'm
I've
not
never
sure.
been, I don't think I've ever been on that kind of a boat.
Have you
I
not?
don't fare well at sea.
Do you not?
No.
In balloons, but not at
Yes.
sea.
Yes. So to separate them from the board, just bend them, pull them apart. And then you've got these tiny little tabs on all four sides that just holds it together.
Okay.
So I just snip those off with a pair of scissors. Or you can sand them off.
Yeah, that'd be easy, wouldn't it?
So snip those off. But anyway, I have 4 tiles I fully coloured.
Okay.
Because you don't need to see me stand here painting all day. I'm sure it's so much fun.
I think it's, do you know what? A lot of guests say that, but I love it. I love to watch people colour in. It gives me ideas and inspiration to want to go and do it myself.
Yes, it's kind of relaxing, isn't it? Mm. Now, I have an old embossing ink pad.
Okay.
Well loved,
yes.
well used. Can you see that? Abused is the other term. And I am going to cover my tiles, okay. Which is why I'm using an old ink pad. So it doesn't matter if a little bit of the colour transfers.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to pop this in my tray and cover it with the Amazing Glaze.
Amazing Glaze, how sweet it embosses.
So I'll leave that one there, then I can do the next one. Pop that in there.
Got a helicopter going overhead. Can you hear that?
Yes, I can.
It's just coming to pick me up, but I don't think it realises that I've still got
is lunchtime,
I've still got another half an hour left. Yeah, just dropping off my lunch. It's very difficult to catch it when it does.
We've got a place near our shop that police headquarters. So there's quite often.
You live in a police headquarters?
No, near. No,
oh,
the
right.
shop is near police headquarters. So there's quite often helicopters
going over.
Yes. Mind you, one time we did get to go on a trip to the air ambulance depot because we did a lot of fundraising for them.
Oh.
So we got to go to the one that Prince William used to work at.
Oh, wow.
Just, you know.
Just throw that one in there.
Yeah.
Just throw that. Was he there when you visited?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't on duty that day.
Oh.
So they now have their first layer. So I'm going to pop the powder back in the jar because I'm going to need it again in a moment.
You get 2 jars of the Amazing Glaze, and you can see there, although you pour it all on, you pour an awful lot back in as well.
Yes.
So you don't need a lot to get the effect. So great value for money, $15.98 for 2, and you've got 30 ml in each of the jars. So it's both the same. So you've got plenty to go around and plenty to start creating these fabulous little tile effects or anything else, because you can use these with your regular stamping as well.
Yes, yeah. What I was explaining earlier is create 2 or 3 layers of this, and then for the 3rd or 4th layer, instead of sprinkling on more of this, put on a regular embossing powder, a different colour.
Yeah.
Or you could do different sections, kind of like a pinch of this and a pinch of that. So as it melts, it will be different colours.
Yeah.
And then ink your stamp and stamp into it, so you get
see it turning.
the texture. Yeah, you can see the...
Yeah, I can see all the blue. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Oh, I love watching embossing.
So the first layer isn't usually very smooth. Yeah, so I put them close together so they all go. To save time.
Do you still get a kick out of watching it?
Yes.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. And shrinking.
Yes, shrink plastic. Do you have any of that on the show? Have you
Not
bought any?
today. So I did that last week.
Oh.
Yanis dubbed me the queen of shrink.
Oh, you are the queen of shrink.
I need a t-shirt. So yeah, the first one isn't usually a smooth lay. You can see it's a bit kind of pitted and dimply, which is why we do a 2nd layer.
Okay.
You could use one of those long, pointy heat guns that has a bit more
because they give you
power.
They give you a bit of power. I've got one of those.
Yeah, so I use this because of the shrink.
Right.
So this is always my go-to heat gun.
Yeah. Just can't believe how it really does make it look all of a sudden like enamel, like it is made from a tile. It really is quite amazing.
Yeah, and it's just a powder that you've melted. It's
a powder and card.
Yeah.
But they would look nice on a card, as we've seen them, but also nice in a frame as well. In the bathroom.
In the bathroom?
Yeah, because it's got that.
Is that your sailing room?
Yeah, that's my sailing room, where I keep my knots. Not my sailors. They're in the shed at the bottom of the garden.
Best place. Right, so just let those cool for a second, and then I'm going to repeat the process and do the exact same thing again to get my second layer.
Okay.
And then that should give me the nice smooth finish.
Right, whilst you put that second layer on, let's do a recap of the items that we've got for you. Let's start with the balloons. What a lovely set of balloons. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 balloons on this stamp. So what you do is you cut them up. They're on grey rubber. They're already mounted with the cling, so they're all good to go. They're deeply edged as well, so you're going to get great detail time and time again. Here's a sample of the boats and the balloon. We've got the boats coming up in a moment's time, but just dropping that one in, you can see as I tilt that, that's the results that we're going to get, that lovely glazed look. With your balloons, here's a lovely sample down the front as well. Can you see how they are? There you go, they're in the aperture, but they're floating. That is a wonderful idea, isn't that lovely? They could be lanterns, they could be balloons, they could be a ball gown if you turn it upside down, or it could be an atomizer as well. So lots of different ways that you could be using the balloons in your card making to build and create some beautiful cards, whether it be for a birthday, whether it be someone's new home, maybe somebody finally is going on holiday, or you can of course use these within your journals and diaries as well. Here's a sample of the balloon turned into a pot. That's nice. It would make absolutely beautiful wrapping paper, it really would. $11.99, 750 880 is your item number if you want to go for those. Right, next up we have, I just leave those there, we have got the boats and the mountains. We've also been using this in the demonstration. It comes to you on your grey rubber and already mounted as well. So excellent quality. Lots of different techniques with these as well. Building up those layers using the masking tape. You can build your scenery. You've got your 2 boats here. In the background, you've got the mountains, so a lovely scene set up there. And then you've got your 2 boats on a lake. So maybe you know somebody that goes boating. Maybe you know someone that lives in the Lake District, for example, or in Scotland at the Lochs. Thinking of you. Lovely card there. Even if you're not a true colourist, even just stamping out the image gives you that beautiful look, and you know instantly what that image is. One more to show you with a bit of colour. You can see here that the land has now been drawn forth. So those trees are elongated trees. You could take that back, and those are the reflection of the trees in the water. So you choose, you decide, but you've got the chance to go both ways. $11.49, 604 163 is your item number for that one. And we've got the critters for you. These are brilliant. With your critters, they are separated out, so already cut for you. You can see they're deeply edged as well, so lots of fun to use, and you can use them in all kinds of different ways. We have got bears for you. We have got bats for you. This one is the Jolly Bear. And it's brilliant, isn't it? So you've got your Jolly Bear there. And with that, can we get these separate? No, we can't. It's a pick and mix, so you choose any 2. So if you want to go for the bears, there's your bears. If you want to go for the bat, there he is, the bat out of hell. You might want that. You can go for 2 the same, by the way, if you want to. If you're buying one for a friend, for example. You have got your mouse. He's got the cheese there, and he's looking very, very mischievous. That's your mouse with cheese. You've also got your turtle. Oh, he's quite distinguished. And he's called You're Not Old. You're young at heart. You're young at heart. Look at this chap. Isn't that lovely? So you've got your dragon there. So it's it's not a dragon. Do you know what? It could be a dragon, though, if you add some fire. That's next time. It's not a dragon. It's a croc. Yeah, the collection will be building, but until then, you could do. How about the King of the Jungle? Oh, he looks rather suave. And this one is your lion. Sorry, I thought simply lion. I thought you said you're not lying how old you are. I don't know why that came in my head. Are you telling the truth or are you a liar? There you go. £13.98. Pick a mix, choose any two. Great price there, 042493. If you want to email in, you're more than welcome to do so. It's studio@thecraftstore.com. Maybe you've got some cards that you've already made with some wonderful stamps from Stamp Addict. We'd love to see them. And sure, Sarah would love to see what you've been up to as well. So do email them in. It's always lovely to see your inspirations. Right, let's head back to our Sarah.
So I finished layer 2 and I'm just popping these onto a black background, but this time I'm leaving a little gap in between them. So it's more of a view through a window. So
I like that.
like a leaded window or a...
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So I think if you're doing it on the 4 different pieces, you do need to bring it apart a little bit. And also, if you're not doing it on 4 pieces together, you could do it on 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3 in a row.
A triptych.
Yeah. Oh, a who?
A triptych.
Oh, a triptych. I really wondered what you said then.
A triptych. I have a triptych of paintings on the wall at home. It's a series of 3 paintings that go together, but then you hang them apart.
I made a triptych the other day and I didn't even know it then. There you go. You live and learn, don't you? You live and learn. So you could do that. You could actually keep it going and do 6 and do
big
9
landscapes
and 12. And you could keep building. It's in, you know, you've got all those different shapes. And it's great fun as well. So back at the critters. It's a pick and mix, and you choose any 2 of those critters. I don't know why we've gone back at the critters. Well, I was just told to come here, Sarah.
Do you want to come back down here?
I saw a hand pointed and I just came back here. Like a good girl I am. I'm a very good girl. Right, let's carry on with the... I just don't know why.
Okay, so I'm going to stamp the turtle, the little old turtle, because he's just adorable.
He is beautiful.
Well, he could be a she.
Could be.
So
I don't know how you tell the difference.
Let's not get into that, shall we?
No.
Okay, so we're just going to aim for the middle of that bit of card, put some magnets on, not together. Okay, turtle. So yes, the words. Did you read the words that come with him?
Yes, of course. I
him,
did.
her.
I did. You have got vintage, retro. You have got Stamp Addicts. Oh no, sorry, that's yours. Sorry, that's your emblem.
You're not old, you're Stamp Addicts. Is that, is that how it works?
Yeah, you're not old, you're a classic, and you've got vintage and retro on there as well. Love that. I love that. It really is lovely. And of course, it's great value for money because it's not just the stamp and the image, you're also getting the words as well.
So yes, you're not old, you're a classic. You're not old, you're vintage, or you're retro.
All right, don't rub it in. I know I'm old.
So it's just a little bit of fun. We're hoping. We're not trying to offend anyone. Not today. So that is him. So we need to give him a quick... That's a tail between his legs, I would like to point out.
I didn't think anything else. I thought it was an extension of his shell going down. I mean, my eyes didn't even go there. Didn't even think about that. I was looking more at his walking stick.
I thought I'd say it before you did. Never worked with you before, Janice, have I?
Oh, you'll probably not want to work with me again.
Okay, so brushables for colouring. I've got some pale yellow to do a... So the brushables are a pigment kind of pen that works with water.
Yes.
They're very hard to explain, but we like them especially because they work on shrink plastic.
Ah, yes.
And you know how we love shrink plastic.
I adore shrink plastic. I think it's fantastic. So yeah, if you do like to use shrink plastic a lot, but also just for your colouring, you can see here how easy they are to apply and the effects that you get. 2 payments on FlexiBuy, £37.45, 243429 is your item number. And they're double-ended, aren't they, Sarah?
They are double-ended, so you get 2 shades of the same colour. So this green one, which is kiwi. So you've got a pale green and a slightly darker green.
So that's good for your blending technique that you're doing now?
Yes, and also because we use them on shrink, you have to remember that the colour intensifies as you shrink down. So we do use quite a bit of the lighter colours because we don't want anything too dark most of the time.
Yeah. So
I'm just very roughly, just to show you how that works, and then maybe a bit of little bit of brown, just to. I mean, if you don't want, if you're too scared to go direct to the paper, do it on your sheet, and then paint it on.
Can you mix these pens with water? Can you apply them and then add some water?
Well, this is a water brush. So yeah, I've just scribbled that on there, then I've put the water brush in it.
So that's going to extend them even further, isn't it? Make them last even longer.
Well, and that just softens the colours as well. So you can see now it's got a tiny little wash of brown that went over, just to soften the green.
So, with 24 pens, and they're all dual nibbed, that means you're getting 48 colours in total. And the nice thing is, each pen, because you've got the 2 nibs to each one, you've got a slightly lighter shade and a slightly darker shade. So instantly, when you pick one up, you've got the 2 colours there that go well together to do that lovely shading. 243429 is your item number, £74.90. They're the pens that Sarah is using. It's the choice of a lot of professionals as well, and a lot of our demonstrators are using these. Kuretake, of course, is a premium brand, and we've featured it a lot here on the craft stores. 2 payments, £37.45 if you want to add them to your basket, and anything else that you add to your basket then on FlexiBuy, you'll be able to divide into 2. So that's 243429. That is a good investment if you want to become better, I think, at your colouring. Don't you, Sarah?
Yes, yeah, as I say, and they work on shrink. There are so few pens that work on shrink plastic, so we have to use them. Now, I'm just going to show you a technique with a fine black pen that we like to do around the edges.
Okay.
So put your pen down in a corner and just pull it towards you. Not aiming for a particularly straight line. Now turn the card around and then do it on the next edge. And then again, and we're going down. So it doesn't matter if I wiggle a little bit. And then
I really like that effect, you know, Sarah. I do it a lot.
So then what we do is we go back.
Yeah.
And the next one, we wiggle it over the first one.
Wiggle it just a little bit.
Yeah, sounds like a song.
It does.
So that just finishes it. So, because you don't try and draw a straight line, it's not going to work.
And I don't think it looks great. I think it's better to have a line like this, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. So that then frames him. And what we're going to do now is create a background to pop him onto. So we're going to move him out of the way. And I've got the big paisley background. Pop that in there.
Now this is a substantial stamp, but you're not paying a lot for it. We've got excellent value on this, and to have a background stamp means that you can create your own patterns, your own backgrounds. You can use this with your embossing powder as well. $14.99, $493,902 is your item number. It's absolutely beautiful to colour in. Gorgeous to use with your different colours as well. If you take different coloured inks to the one stamp and then just place that down, it's a background instantly. It really is. $493,902 is your item number. You can colour it brightly, you can colour it with pastel colours, and it'll look different each and every time. And I think with embossing ink, oh my word, embossing powder, that would look amazing, Sarah.
Yes, it does. Okay, so I've got 4 oxides here. So I'm going to start with the lightest one.
Okay.
And we're just, so they will get slightly muddy, so I'll just wipe the colour off afterwards. Bit of purple.
I've got a question, Sarah. I know with stencils, you can turn a stencil into an embossed piece of paper if you put it through your die cutting machines.
Yes.
Could you do that with any of the grey rubber stamps, because they're quite deeply etched?
I have never tried. I haven't done much with the machines. There are so many of them.
Yeah.
So I imagine you pop it, see, rubber is not as hard.
So it might not work.
It might not.
It was just a thought, just an idea.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't damage the rubber. You might have to change the cling on the background. It might squish that too much, but...
I knew it was a bad idea as soon as I mentioned it.
Okay, so I'm going to spritz this with water now. Oh, that should do it. Okay, so these are oxides, so they react, they're water reactive, or whatever that means. So we're going to close it down and press. No two are ever the same.
No. And second generation, I guess. You do it once and then put something else down.
Yeah, you can definitely do that, and then you get a softer background. So you can see you've got, so it mixes the colours and you've got that mushiness.
Now imagine using fabric inks in that way onto fabric.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. You could actually make your own patchwork fabric.
Yeah, I was just thinking I'd make that into a patch for a pocket.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
That's what I would do, yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. So fabric inkers, that would be amazing. And instantly onto your calico or your fabric that takes the inks that you've got yourself a really nice pattern. You can change the colours each and every time. It is fantastic value for money, it really is. And if you want to get hold of it, it's just £14.99. It's your background stamp, but you can also use this to bring to the foreground with your cards as well, like the sample that you're seeing just at the front there. So just taking a snippet of that particular design looks great. 493902. And Sarah is using that one as a backdrop to the turtle.
Yes, because this one's a classic, but it works with the retro as well, doesn't it? Of the thing. But this is a background that did previously and has dried.
Yes.
That's why it looks slightly different to the other one, because otherwise it would take too long to dry. So we're going to pop, and obviously I finished colouring the turtle. And the words that come with the turtle fit inside the wavy banner in the clear stamp set.
Oh, I like that. See, it changes it completely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love that.
So we'll just pop those on.
Now we've got about 4 minutes left on the show. I know, I don't know where time flies. Please do go and have a look at everything we've got on the show. We've got some lovely stamps at great prices as well. And sometimes when you're lacklustering at home thinking, I need ideas, I need something different, something fresh, we've got that for you. And we've got some fresh prices. We really, really have. Grey rubber stamps are brilliant because they do last a very, very long time and they give you great results as well. Lots of different types of stamps on the market. The website, of course, is the best way to go and have a look. We've been busy for the balloons. You've got your scenes in there. You've got your critters that are available on a pick and mix, any two of those. The banners that Sarah was just talking about, there they are. Look at the 5-star reviews, £14.99. The background stamp, don't miss out on that one. That is a sensational deal. And you're getting a saving on the pens, and we'll divide the cost into 2 payments. So it's about £15 saving, and you can divide the cost into 2. Right, let's head back to Sarah. Are we okay for 5 minutes, Sarah?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. So I'm just doing a quick hot air balloon sky scene, really, is the best way to describe it. So we've got a big balloon, one of our big balloons, and then we can pop a little balloon. They always just look so good, don't they? And so colourful when they're flying over.
I was about to say, we talked about the festivals of balloons and things like that, but there was one advert, without mentioning the brand, back, I think it was in the 70s, that used to advertise a loaf of bread. And every time I see balloons, I just see that particular brand on the side of the balloon in my head. I don't know whether you could remember that. It was about being slim and eating bread. That's all I'll say. I can't give away the brand. It probably doesn't even exist anymore, but it might do. But yeah, it was quite a big thing in the 70s, this advert. And yeah, it was about this lady going up in a balloon to signify the fact you could lose weight by eating bread. I know, bizarre, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I don't recall that one. But so I've masked that balloon there, so I'm going to pop a little one there, and then I can pop a big one over here. Oh, I don't want them the same height. It's random. I struggle with random.
Do you know what's nice as well? You could add a little flame inside, a little bright light.
Yes.
With your inking or your colouring to look like the fire that's lifting the balloon up.
It's noisy.
Up and
It's
away.
really noisy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, the basket's big that you sit in.
Well, it depends on which. Yeah, I went in a very big one. Yes.
you?
I
Do you
think there
have
was like 12, 15 people in. Yeah.
Do you have seat belts? Do you strap
Yes,
in?
for landing, yes. You have to sit down and strap in. You can't see anything when you're landing because you land sideways in a field.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Do you
In a
not land on
random farmer's field.
Do you not land on wheels?
No, no wheels.
Wow. Did it hurt?
No. No, it doesn't hurt. It's just, you know, and they have a car that follows them
Yeah.
with a bottle of
Whiskey?
something for the farmer.
Oh, I see. I see, because you're landing in his field.
Yes, exactly.
What
And
happens if he's a teetotaler? And he doesn't
maybe
drink?
they have options. I don't know what they carry on the back of that.
Then you've got an even faster car to take you all away.
So we can then remove the first mask so you can see.
How it builds
But-
up, yeah.
Yeah, but if I put the masks all back, then I can use my clouds to stamp all over. So we have a whole sky full of balloons. One of those. One of those.
And you can reuse those masks, can't you?
We do. As I say, we keep reusing them. I mean, Vicky very kindly made me new ones yesterday.
Aw.
The other ones were getting a bit tatty. It's for all the different samples. So then again, back to the Tumbled Glass, I find is one of the best sky colours.
There's about a minute and a half left on the show, Sarah, just to let you know.
Okay.
Oh, I see, they're lovely with the little dots around.
And don't forget your second stamping as well.
Yeah.
All bit up there. So, I mean, really, that's all we need.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that lovely with the clouds?
And then you could take your Brushables and then you could just colour one of them with your Brushables, with your pencils, with your paints.
See, that would be really nice to doodle in as well and colour in. And if you put them together in a book, it's a lovely colouring book for family and friends or for yourself. How lovely. Sarah, we've got about 40 seconds left of the show.
Here's the finished one.
Oh, yay. Oh, what a wonderful image. And it's peaceful and relaxing, isn't it? It really, really is.
It's quiet up there.
It's absolutely fantastic. Please pop these into your basket and start to build and create your own beautiful artwork in the air. Sarah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hopefully see you again soon.
11th of May.
11th of May. In the meantime, check out your baskets. If you have just joined us, have a look at the website and see all the wonderful stamps we've had on offer. Thank you, Sarah.